Hello everybody and welcome back to Flutter series. So far our applications only display data. In this lesson we are going to do the opposite. We are going to collect data from the user and then display them because user input is essential for almost every application. So what user input means? User input means the user provides data to the application, like for example writing text, pressing buttons, or submitting forms. In Flutter, text input is handled with TextField. We will create a simple input screen. So let's go to presentation and create a new Dart file. We are going to name it just input page. Our class is going to be input page. It's going to extend this time a stateful widget and its constructor, it will contain only the super dot key. Then we need, of course, state of type input page, create state, but we also need to override it. Perfect. And it's going to create a new input page state with an underscore in front. So let's create this class input page state, which extends state of type input page. Inside of it, we'll have a final text editing controller equals, we will name it controller, which is a new text editing controller object. And we will have the enter text, which be initialized as an empty string. Then we need our build method to build our widget. This is going to return a scaffold. This scaffold we will have an up pop-up bar in which the title will be a text simple like user input. Okay, as body we are going again to use padding, and for padding we are going again to use edge insets dot all 16. Then as a child it will have again a column, and the children of this column are going to be a text field. The controller of this text field is going to be the controller we just made. And as decoration, we are going to add input decoration, in which we'll have a label text like ender text. Then below it, we will have a size box of height 16, and then an elevated button in which its onPressed method is going to call save input. We are going to make it in an instant. And other side, it will have a text. It will be save. Perfect. Then below that, it will be again a size box. And lastly, a text with the entered text. And as style is going to have a const text style with font size 24. Okay, perfect. Now let's create our void save input in which you will just set the state that the enter text is going to be controller.text. Perfect. Now, TextField allows the user to type text. The controller reads what the users type, and the text is stored inside the controller. The text editing controller gives us access to the input. When the button is pressed, we read the text and we store it as a state. Because enter text can change, that makes it state. When the state changes, the UI rebuilds. That's why this needs to be stateful. We don't need this import again. So when the user presses the button, we read the input, we update the state, and the UI updates. Let's run this. Okay. Ah, we also need to call this our input page because now we are calling our counter page, and in home we are going to use the input page. Okay, let's rerun this. Okay, so if I just press a random text and press save, our text is saved. Then again, it updates locally. So for now, our input logic lives inside the widget. In larger applications, this logic moves into Riverport, and we will do that later. In the next lesson, we will combine everything. We will build a small application that uses state, Riverport, API data, lists, navigation, and input. Until next time, see you!